If you're over 65, chances are you've been told that walking is one of the best ways to keep your heart strong and your circulation healthy. But what if walking just isn't working for you anymore? Maybe your knees ache, maybe your balance feels off, or maybe you simply don't have the energy you used to. That doesn't mean you're out of options. It just means it's time for a smarter, gentler approach to heart health. In today's video, we'll uncover 5 simple movements that offer many of the benefits of walking without the wear and tear. These aren't intense workouts or intimidating gym routines. They're easy seated or supported exercises that can be done right in your living room. No special equipment, no long routines, just smart movement that meets your body where it is today. Backed by research and real-life results, each technique is designed to improve circulation, reduce heart strain, and help you feel more energized and independent. So if you're ready to take back control of your health without pushing through pain, stay tuned. You're just a few small moves away from a stronger, healthier you. Let's get started. 1. Seated leg pumps. Small moves, big impact. Let's start with something incredibly simple, but surprisingly powerful. Seated leg pumps. If walking feels painful or tiring, this easy movement can mimic many of the same heart-healthy benefits without leaving your chair. At its core, it's a low-impact way to stimulate blood circulation, especially in the lower body where blood often pools during long periods of sitting. Here's why this works. Deep in your calves lies a group of muscles sometimes called your second heart. These muscles are critical in helping blood travel upward from your legs back to your heart. When you sit for too long, like watching TV, reading, or even waiting at the doctor's office, blood can collect in your feet and ankles. This can lead to swelling, cold feet, or even serious complications like blood clots. The seated leg pump counters that. The motion is simple. While seated with feet flat on the ground, lift your heels so your toes stay down, then switch and lift your toes while your heels stay grounded. Repeat this gentle up and down pattern for a minute or two. No special shoes, no fancy gear, just your own 2 feet in a sturdy chair. But here's the deeper benefit. It's not just about blood flow, it's about confidence. Many older adults feel frustrated when they're told to just exercise more without being given realistic options. For those with arthritis, neuropathy, or chronic fatigue, traditional advice often feels more discouraging than helpful. That's where this technique shines. It offers a sense of control. You can do it while sipping coffee, catching up on the news, or chatting on the phone. There's no pressure, no judgment, just a steady rhythm that reminds your body it still knows how to move. Let me share the story of Ronald, a 78-year-old widower who felt hopeless about his physical decline. He hadn't walked more than a few steps in months due to dizziness. But after learning this simple leg pump from a physical therapist, he began doing a few sets each hour while watching classic westerns. Within weeks, the swelling in his feet eased and his energy returned. Ronald's story is not unique. When we remove the barriers to movement, we invite recovery in. So next time you find yourself sitting down, don't just sit, pump. That tiny motion could be your first step back toward a more vibrant, independent life. 2. Wall push-ups, a gentle way to strengthen the heart. When you hear push-ups, you might picture a young athlete at the gym or a military drill on TV. But what if I told you there's a way to harness the power of that movement without ever getting down on the floor? Wall push-ups are a senior-friendly, joint-safe alternative that delivers significant benefits for your heart and circulation, all from a standing position. Here's how it works. By pressing your body against a wall and then slowly pushing back, you activate key upper body muscles, your chest, shoulders, arms, and even your core. These muscle groups don't just help you lift groceries or open jars. They also play an important role in supporting your cardiovascular system and keeping blood moving efficiently through your upper body. To try it, simply stand about 2 feet away from a sturdy wall. Place your hands flat against it at shoulder height and width. Then, bend your elbows to bring your chest closer to the wall and push back to your starting position. That's 1 rep. Start with 5 to 10 and build from there. You control the pace and depth. No kneeling, no straining, just steady resistance that works with your body, not against it. For those with limited mobility or balance concerns, this exercise offers a safe entry point into physical activity. And it's more than just physical. There's something deeply emotional about pushing forward again, quite literally. For older adults who've experienced health setbacks or fear of falling, wall push-ups can rebuild trust in your body. Consider Margaret, an 82-year-old grandmother who lost confidence after a fall in her kitchen. Afraid to try any exercise, she felt like her body was betraying her. That changed when a friend suggested wall push-ups. Using her kitchen counter as support, Margaret began doing a few each morning. Within 2 weeks, she noticed she could stand longer without fatigue, her breathing improved, and she felt, her words, just a little bit proud again. Wall push-ups prove that strength isn't about lifting heavy weights. It's about choosing to move when it's easier not to. That moment of pressure against the wall becomes symbolic. You're showing yourself that you're still strong, still capable, and still in the fight for your well-being. So the next time you walk past a wall, don't just lean on it, push back. That simple action could be the foundation for a stronger, more confident you. 3. Seated leg lifts, reclaiming strength from the chair up. Sometimes the most powerful exercises are also the quietest. Seated leg lifts may look simple, but they have a profound effect on your circulation, muscle tone, and confidence, especially for older adults who spend much of the day sitting. Think about how your legs feel after you've been still for too long. Heavy, cold, sluggish? That's no coincidence. When blood pools in your lower legs, it becomes harder for your heart to pump it back up. Over time, this can lead to swelling, stiffness, and even increase your risk for more serious issues like blood clots. Seated leg lifts fight back. From a sturdy chair, sit up straight with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift one leg several inches off the ground, hold for a second or two, then lower it with control. Alternate between legs in a steady rhythm. Start with 10-15 reps per leg. If that's too much, begin with a few and add more as your strength grows. This exercise targets your quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and hip flexors, all large muscle groups that play a vital role in circulation and mobility. But perhaps even more importantly, it gives you a sense of agency. Each lift is a reminder that your body can still move with purpose, even if it's no longer doing laps around the block. Let's talk about George. At 79, he was living alone and spending most of his days sitting. After losing his wife 5 years earlier, his routine had become stale. Meals, television, and not much else. He didn't feel sick, but he didn't feel well either. When a neighbor suggested he try leg lifts during commercial breaks, he hesitated but gave it a shot. Within a few weeks, George noticed changes. His legs didn't ache as much. His energy picked up. And most surprisingly, he began looking forward to the exercise because it gave him a reason to move. That small act helped him reconnect with the idea that even small motions can lead to big change. You don't need a gym membership, fancy shoes, or even a timer. All you need is your chair, your breath, and your willingness to show up. Every lift brings blood back to the heart, strengthens the muscles that support you, and pushes away the notion that aging means giving up. So next time you're watching TV or sipping tea, lift a leg, then lift another. It's not just exercise, it's self-respect in motion. 4. Hand grip squeezes, a heart workout in the palm of your hand. Who would have thought that one of the most effective exercises for heart health could come from simply squeezing your hand? It might sound too easy, but hand grip squeezes are quietly gaining respect among health professionals, and for good reason. This low-effort movement can lower blood pressure, support vascular strength, and even predict longevity. Unlike traditional workouts that target big muscles, grip training focuses on small, powerful muscles in your hands and forearms. But here's the twist. When you repeatedly squeeze and release, it stimulates a vascular response throughout the body. This can help your arteries stay more flexible and your blood pressure more stable, especially important as you age. You can do this while watching television, sitting at the kitchen table, or even chatting on the phone. All you need is a small resistance ball, a rolled-up towel, or even a soft sponge. Squeeze for about 5 seconds, then release. Repeat this 10 to 15 times with each hand. Do it a couple of times a day. It takes only minutes, but the benefits ripple outward, quite literally. There's also a deeper story here. Studies show that grip strength is strongly linked to overall health in older adults. A weak grip often signals declining coordination, loss of muscle mass, and reduced confidence in movement. But a strong grip? That's a sign your nervous system is still responsive, your muscles are still active, and your body still has plenty to give. Let me tell you about Ellen, an 83-year-old I met at a senior wellness event. She carried a little yellow stress ball in her purse, not for anxiety, but for strength. "Every time I sit down, I do 3 squeezes," she told me with a smile. "And every time I stand up, I do 3 more." Over time, she noticed something unexpected. Less fatigue, more steadiness, and fewer dizzy spells. Her heart felt calmer. And perhaps most importantly, she felt in control of something again. That's the real beauty of this exercise. In a world where aging often feels like letting go of independence, stamina, or speed, grip squeezes give you something to hold on to, quite literally. So if your legs are tired, your back is stiff, or your energy is low, don't overlook what's right in your hand. A simple squeeze could be your heart's quiet companion, helping it work smarter, not harder, every single day. 5. Seated leg raises. Building stability, one lift at a time. If walking up a few steps feels harder than it used to, or if getting out of a chair requires a bit more effort, there's a good chance your leg strength has quietly declined. But the good news is, seated leg raises are a simple, low-impact way to reclaim that strength, improve circulation, and even support your heart health without having to stand up. This exercise targets the quadriceps, the large muscles on the front of your thighs that are essential for mobility. When those muscles contract, they don't just help you rise from a chair or take a stable step forward, they also act like a pump that helps return blood to the heart. Over time, seated leg raises can help reduce swelling, improve blood flow, and ease pressure on the cardiovascular system. To get started, sit upright in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift one leg until it's a few inches off the ground, hold for 2 or 3 seconds, then lower it back down with control. Switch legs and repeat. Aim for 10 or 15 reps per leg, or just keep going for a minute or 2, especially during commercial breaks or while waiting for your tea to brew. What makes this exercise especially powerful isn't just the physical benefits. It's the emotional and psychological boost it delivers. Doing something for your body, no matter how small, sends a message to your brain. You're still capable. You're still in charge. Let me tell you about Harold. At 78, he suffered a mild stroke that left him discouraged and unsteady on his feet. He didn't feel strong enough to walk far, and even basic activities felt exhausting. Then during rehabilitation, he was shown how to do seated leg raises. Skeptical at first, he stuck with it. Weeks later, Harold noticed he could get to the mailbox without stopping to catch his breath. His legs didn't feel like anchors anymore. And perhaps most importantly, he said this: "It reminded me that I still matter, because I'm still working on myself." Seated leg raises are not flashy. You won't break a sweat or need athletic gear. But what you will build is strength where it counts and a renewed sense of stability, both physical and emotional. It's about standing tall again, even when you're sitting down. So the next time you feel like your body's slowing down, remember, a leg raise today could mean standing stronger tomorrow. Let's take a moment to reflect. You've just discovered 5 simple, practical alternatives to walking, each one designed to protect your heart, boost your circulation, and restore your strength without asking too much from your body. Whether it's seated leg pumps, wall push-ups, hand grip squeezes, or leg lifts, each movement offers more than physical benefits. It offers a pathway to confidence, independence, and hope. The truth is, aging doesn't mean giving up movement. It just means finding the right kind of movement that fits where you are today. These exercises don't require fancy equipment, big-time commitments, or a personal trainer. They only ask for your willingness to start, right now, right where you are. And here's the real takeaway. It's not about doing all 5 perfectly or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about consistency. 1 minute here, 2 minutes there. That's how health is built in your golden years. Bit by bit, day by day. So which exercise will you try first? Maybe the grip squeeze while you read the morning paper, or the seated leg pump during your favorite show. Share your choice in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else who's feeling stuck. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. You deserve to feel strong and supported, and so does everyone in our community. Thank you for watching, and remember, small moves today can lead to a stronger, healthier tomorrow.